Welcome to Szeged in southern Hungary for the second of this season's 3 ICF World Cup regattas on this 2,400-metre purpose-built course, which for many has become the mecca of sprint canoeing, given the great tradition and passion Hungarians have for this, the nation's top sport. For the paddlers from 40 countries and 5 continents, much warmer and drier conditions than we experienced a couple of weeks ago in Vichy. Time now to get to the action. We begin our review of the Olympic category finals with the women's fours. But first, a few words from our host, Dr. Etele Barat, president of the Hungarian Canoe Federation.
We waited for between 45 and 48 nations, and finally we have it at 40. This is enough for a World Cup. The 5 continents are present, which means Australia, South America, Japan, China, and so on. I think that this is a big success for all organizations in World Cup. There are approximately 450 athletes. We started in 1998 with World Championships and then European Championships. We have an organization staff of approximately 100 people who are experienced and know what needs to be done. We also have the TV staff, a very, very important team. Some people ask how we can organize such an event so often. It comes evidently from sponsors who are very interested in their visibility on TV. The spectators, when the weather is good, for a big event are between 10,000 and 20,000. In Hungary, this is more than the spectators for one football match.
Pleasant conditions for both athletes and spectators. Very slight crosswind. This the lineup for the women's fours with Hungary. Lots of stars in their boat and favoured to do well here. Dalma Benedict, Natasha Janic, Katlin Kovac and Danuta Kozak in lane 5, flanked to their left by Portugal, who were third in the first World Cup regatta, and the Chinese on their right in the red and yellow, and they started very well, as did Canada. But it's the Chinese, the Hungarians beginning to find their rhythm, and Portugal with Teresa Portela in the bow there, and the Portuguese have got the edge in the first half of the race here, but now the Hungarians coming up to them and beginning to power through, and Hungary it is, half a boat length up on the Chinese. The Portuguese couldn't maintain the pace, and it's Hungary from China, from Portugal and the Czech Republic in the women's fours. Hungary, the reigning world champions, with an impressive early season message for all of their opponents. Hungary, a solid performance from China's #1 crew. Germany, who won in Vichy, that crew back home for national trials. A star-studded lineup for the final of the men's Canadian singles with the Olympic champion Attila Vaida closest to you in lane 9, the world champion Vadim Menkov in lane 4. He was disqualified, you may remember, in Vichy for an underweight boat, so looking to make amends for that. Strong start by Menkov, also Oldenshaw of Canada, and this man, Mathieu Goubel of France, 30 years of age. He was only 6 in Vichy, but powering into the second quarter with a commanding lead over Menkov and Oldenshaw. And Goubel, who came pretty close to Olympic medals in Beijing, being chased down as we come towards the finish now by the 23-year-old Uzbekistan paddler Vadim Menkov. And Menkov on terms. It's Goubel and Menkov, and it's going to be on the paddle stroke and surge, and Menkov just gets there from Goubel. Oldenshaw, right on the far side of the course, holds on for third place, but Menkov, the world champion, has got the victory. No Matzhoff, the world and European champion, not participating at this week's regatta. But Tim Brabants, the Olympic champion for Great Britain, closest to you, making his international return and getting away pretty smartly there, which is more than you can say than Gabo Kuksera of Hungary in the green. May have 6 World Championship medals in his locker, but he was slowest off the blocks. Brabants now being surpassed in the centre of the echelon by the promising Belarus Ale Urania, who was runner-up to Sebastian Brendel in Vichy, and being chased now by Canada's Adam Van Covenden. Van Covenden switching tactics, often likes to go out in these 1,000-metre races and say, catch me if you can, but now trying to come from behind, and Urania, though, proving much the stronger, and Ken Wallace, closest to you for Australia, the Olympic bronze medalist, finishing very strongly, but it's Urania from Van Covenden from Wallace. That's the 1, 2, 3. Belarus, Canada and Australia.
I am very, very happy with this victory, and I hope that it goes the same way in the future.
Well, a great effort by Ale Urania, but he knows that as the season progresses, the competition is going to get even stronger. So from kayaks to canoes, and the final of the Canadian doubles, the Olympic champions, the Bogdanovic brothers in lane 7, the European champions, the Safran brothers, one of 2 Hungarian partnerships in lane number 4, winners a couple of weeks ago in Vichy, and this is very much a renewal of the competition we saw in France. Safran brothers getting away a little better than their teammates, Robert Mike and Martin Toth, who are next to them in lane 5, half distance. It's Hungary 1, Hungary 2, Poland in 3rd place, Wasinski and Grabowski, who finished 2nd in Vichy, being pursued now by Rinkovic and Szynski, who were 3rd in Vichy. Those are the 2 red canoes on the far side, but it's the Safran brothers who are powering their way through. Their teammates are just fading. The Poles are coming in for probably 2nd and 3rd place, but it's the Safran brothers who hit the line first from Rinkovic and Szynski, and then Wozinski and Grabowski of Poland taking 3rd place ahead of Hungary number 2. So the Safran brothers maintaining their 100% record for the season so far, but both Polish crews getting ever closer. Hungary doubly represented in this, the final of the kayak pairs, but the partnership to watch out for is in lane 4, Zoltan Kamara and Akos Verekai. These are their teammates, Tamas Zila and Roland Kokeni in lane number 7. 3 from the bottom of your picture. And away we go, and Zoltan Kamara, 3 Olympic gold medals to his credit. Verekai, 2 Olympic gold medals in his trophy cabinet. Halfway, and they've got almost clear water over the field, being chased by their teammates, and also in lane 5, which is just to their right, we've got Lovro Liban and Rob Cook of Slovenia, who were 3rd in Vichy. But these 2 are storming away now. A fantastic partnership, great harmony, great paddle work, and they are coming away from the rest of this field. But a real battle on for silver and bronze here at the bottom of your picture. Hungary, Slovenia, and it's just the Hungarian number 2 boat who gets there ahead of Slovenia, with Portugal finishing quickly into 4th place. The winners have no less than 17 gold medals between them, and although the World Championships are still 10 weeks away, these 2 have to be major contenders. So to the final of the Flying K4s, France in lane 6, runners-up a year ago to the Olympic, World and European champions Belarus, and Slovakia, who were Olympic silver medalists. They're right alongside the French in lane number 7. Host nation doubly represented here as we get away. The blades really flying. Good start by the Hungarians, but the best start of all coming from the French. And coming to the half distance, and you can see 4, 5, 6 boats virtually in a line at the half distance, but Hungary just with the lead. Now beginning to pick up the pace, the Czech Republic with Daniel Havel just on the far side. They're just about equal with Hungary. France very much in contention. Slovakia also as we come towards the finish here. This is going to be really nip and tuck between France, who are finishing fast of all, on the Hungarians. It's going to be on the paddle stroke. Oh, very close. The Czech Republic third, Slovakia fourth, but that's a photo. But I reckon it's just gone to the Hungarians. And indeed it has. So a 4th Olympic success of the day for the host nation. France just pipped a game, but surely their luck must turn before the end of the season.
We are producing racing equipment since last 20 years, and that is our duty to be always during all World Cups, European Championships or World Championships, and help athletes to prepare boats for races. We are polishing boats, preparing for competition, and exchange just the spare parts, repair broken noses and so on. And that is for us the opportunity to have just very close contact to the athletes, because sometimes they have personal wishes on the kayaks or canoes to prepare for them, just like tailor-made kayaks and canoes for the competition. Now we are here. We are starting 7 o'clock in the morning because it's usually 2.5 hours before races. They are here, and we have to be also. And we are coming back. We are going back from the stand when the last athletes already take a shower in a hotel, because we have to prepare boats for the next days. And when the weather is badly, for example, and then the rain and wet, and so that it's a big problem for us, because you have to dry the boats, polish, repair. To repair some boats is complicated, because when the humidity is too high, is a problem with epoxy resin. You have to use different special materials. But normally we are working 24 hours if it's necessary.
Conditions today very much the same as they were yesterday for the first of our 500-metre finals, with 3 legends in the lineup. Katalin Kovács in lane 4 for Hungary, 35 World Championship gold medals to her credit. In lane 5, right next to her, 7 times an Olympian, Józefa Edem, formerly for Germany, these days, of course, for Italy. And in lane 6, Natasha Janic, born in Serbia, but representing Hungary, 3 times an Olympic champion, 15 times a world champion. And these 3 quickly away and likely to contend this race. But in fact, quickly and fastest away is Denmark's Henriette Engel Hansen in the red there, 2 from the top of the picture, and she has really blasted through the first 250. The others are getting back at her now, led by Józefa Edem and Natasha Janic, who's yet to get on terms with the Italian. The 45-year-old who is just so amazing. Won her Olympic gold back in Sydney, and now Janic getting on terms. Kovács beginning to close as well, and it's Janic who is in charge now, just ahead of the Italian, and then the Hungarian. Kovács closing, Engel Hansen 2 from the top, but it is Natasha Janic who takes it from Edem, Kovács and Engel Hansen in 4th.
I'm very happy that everything went so well, because since 2004 I haven't raced 500 meters in international competition. And this year I gave myself another chance, because I'm a sprinter, and to win at this distance we need to have many skills, so I worked hard to reach this goal.
Sweet success then for Natasha Janic over Josefa Idem and her own teammate, world and European champion Katalin Kovac, the promising young Australian Joe Bridgen-Jones up into 5th place. 2 weeks ago in World Cup #1 in Vichy, it was Caroline Leonhardt and Tina Dietz of Germany who got the better of the Polish duo in lane #5, who now provide the barometer for this race. But they're up against it, Danuta Kozak and Gabriela Szabo of Hungary, reigning world and European champions on home water. They are quickly away, as are the Polish duo of Marta Walkiewicz and Ewelina Wojnarowska. And they've got the early lead, both of these women who've won world silver medals. Marta at 200 metres, Ewelina at 1,000 metres. And it's Poland ahead of Hungary as we come to the half distance. And Serbia, the Moldovan twins at the bottom of your picture, closest to you in lane 9, currently in the bronze medal position. But Hungary now really powering away, these two 23-year-old talents with half a kayak's length over the Polish duo, and also beginning to close both Portugal and Austria. As we come towards the finish now, Hungary still ahead of Poland, with Austria 3 from the top of your picture and Portugal just below. Hungary it is who take it from Poland, and then the Austrians, Victoria Schwarz and Yvonne Schuring, getting the better of Teresa Portela and Jona Vasconcelos for Portugal. So another success for Hungary, but Poland snapping at their heels, Austria improving, Portugal promising. A distinct change in the conditions for the men in this, the final of the 200 metres individual kayak sprint, and a really looking open affair. No Russians and no Germans in here, so very much up for grabs, and away we go. And a very quick start by Edson Silva in lane 5 from Brazil. He was 4th in the world a year ago behind Ronald Rao in Canada. Peter Molnar in picture there for Hungary, but it's Ed McKeever of Great Britain who's really blasted off the start there, the 26-year-old from the Bradford-on-Avon club, and he's got half a kayak's length over the field. And Ed McKeever leading the way. Filip Svab of the Czech Republic furthest away from you. He's also in contention. And out of your picture in the red strip, Richard Dobo of Canada, bottom of the screen. But it's Ed McKeever blasting his way. It's pillar to post. Gun to take Great Britain, take gold ahead of Canada and then the Czech Republic, I think, in 3rd place. Wonderful personal best there for Ed McKeever in a category that will be first contested in the Olympic Games in London 2012. In the context of the upcoming World Championships, 2 absentees from this list, Nikolai Lipkin and Ivan Shatil of Russia, who finished 1st and 2nd in Vichy. France and China doubly represented, 2 from the bottom of your picture, Mathieu Goubel, who came so close to success in the 1,000 metres yesterday. These are the 2 Chinese boys, Li and Li, and right over on the far side, Lubomir Hagara in the dark blue strip there, the best start of everyone. Former downriver paddler who's really matured for Slovakia, now 28 years of age, and he's got the edge over the man immediately to his right, Adam Ginter of Poland in the white and red, 5 times a world champion, but all of those medals coming in the Canadian force. And right on this side, divorced from the action over on the far side, Mathieu Goubel vying for the lead at the moment, but it's Hagara hanging on. Look for them to sit back in their canoes and shoot the bow across. Hagara, and then Ginter and Gubel. And that's the 1, 2, 3. Within fourth place, Dzianis Havatsa of Belarus, who won the 500s earlier.
The race was really perfect. It was a little windy, and I was hoping to have the gold medal in this race.
And so to the one and only category for women over 200 metres that'll be contested in the 2012 London Olympic Games, and it brings together this lady, Teresa Portela, the reigning European champion, against her arch rival Natasha Janic, the world champion, bidding for her third gold medal in the Olympic categories over the weekend. Janic very quickly away, but likewise Teresa Portela. 3 from the top of your picture, and she's got the edge, and she's being tracked on the far side in the red there by Ewelina Wojnarowska of Poland, who got a silver medal earlier in the day in the K2 500. And also going pretty well out of your picture is Jo Bridgen-Jones of Australia. But it's Portela from Janic. Out of your picture still Bridgen-Jones, the 22-year-old from Manly, who won gold in the Oceania competitions at 200 and 500. Portela, though, with the advantage at the moment as they come towards the line. Portela still ahead of Janic, coming towards the line. Bridgen-Jones closing as well. It's Portela and Janic and Bridgen-Jones, the 1, 2, 3.
It was my first 200-metre race this year. It's a new race for the Olympic Games, so it's an important race. And I'm very happy because I won, even faced with athletes like Natasha Janic.
Mas tinha adversárias muito fortes, como a Natasha Janic, que é campeã do mundo e é húngara.
Huge confidence boost for Portugal's Teresa Portela, who's really reinvented herself over the last couple of seasons. And watch out for Australia's rising star, Jo Bridgen-Jones. Two partnerships that offer us the best guide as to the possible outcome of this, the final of the K2 men over 200 metres. The Frenchmen in lane 5, who were victorious a couple of weeks ago in Vichy in World Cup #1. And the two Canadians, Dobo and Willows, closest to you, who took bronze medals in the K2 200 at the last World Championships on home water in Canada. Great Britain and France smartly away, but likewise, 2 from the top of your picture, Dragan Zoric and Ognjen Filipovic of Serbia. But it's Great Britain, Liam Heath and Jonathan Schofield from the Way Kayak Club and the Soar Valley Kayak Club who lead the way over France. Arnaud Iboy and Sébastien Jouve trying to close on them. The Serbians also being chased down by the Canadians, but it is Great Britain who've got the edge here over France at the bottom. The Canadians, but it is Great Britain. What a surprise. They take the gold from the Frenchmen. Canada are third and Serbia in fourth place, just ahead of Hungary.
Expect this much, I don't think. This was our dream result, so we assess and more of the same, I think.
Yeah, this is the first step, hopefully, along the way to 2012.
Indeed, a big step forward for the British sprinters and a reward for their Russian coach, Alex Nikonorov. So that's it from Szeged. Many thanks to all of you for watching. The next step on the road to the European and World Championships is World Cup #3 from Duisburg. For now, though, on behalf of the ICF team and myself, David Goldstrom, many thanks. Bye-bye from Hungary.